The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
To the air right away is Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Bills' first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, Allen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's Allen. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Well, the Rams are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And it's caught.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Bills first down.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted, and that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's out to the flat for Akers. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. Then he's in for 2. The fake works, and they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a throw that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen's throw is complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third. Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense and trying to get back into this game. Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long. Yeah, better against man than zone, or? Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired. And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 158 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on first down. This one caught by Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete to Dawson Knox. A gain of 15. And the Bills first down.
On first down, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
From the 39, Allen.
Oh, Diggs, what a catch.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 39 yards.
And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, and now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers,
26 yards.
And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bills get a bit closer.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Allen going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Cam
Packers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But then
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible.